Thanks RecTech for sponsoring this video.
Instant ramen by itself, not that great, but I'm gonna show you how you can use leftovers to upgrade this thing and make it amazing. Enough talking, and let's start upgrading.
Now, if you've never had this, let me quickly explain how it actually works. All you gotta do is heat up some water, throw it in there, close it for about 1 to 2 minutes, and in the end, you're left with something like this. It is as simple as it gets, inexpensive, and you will get your belly full. But today, I'm gonna be using all of these leftover ingredients in order to make something incredible. And the very first one we're gonna do is this one. I'm gonna call it the Lomo Saltado Instant Noodle. And as you can clearly guess, it has steak. Now to make this, it is super simple. First up, to marinate the beef. I had some of this picanha left over and I'm going to be using it. However, any kind of beef you have will work just fine. Now for the marinade, it's quite simple. Into a bowl, I threw in some garlic, followed by cumin, a little bit of MSG, some ají panca, salt, and soy sauce. Mix everything well and combine, and you should have something like this. Now all there's left to do is to throw the picanha in there and let it marinate. Give it at least about 20 minutes. Now you want to cook this up real hot and quick, and a wok is perfect for it. As then we throw the picanha right in, get a good amount of that wok hay in there, and throw in some onions, followed by tomatoes, and stir fry the whole thing. To finish it off, add some red white vinegar, stir fry it a little bit more. Once that's done, transfer back to a serving plate, and using the rest of the marinade together with a little bit of water, throw it in the wok, heat it up real good, and cook the noodles. This will infuse an incredible amount of flavor into the noodles, and that's what we're looking for. As once the noodles is fully cooked, all there's left to do is to throw everything into the cup, followed by that beautiful juice we just made. We cannot forget about those beautiful toppings, and of course the picanha steaks. Now this, I can guarantee everyone will love. But we're not done yet. Even though this one is fantastic, I have a feeling that the next one is gonna be even better. The first thing is some pork belly. As you can clearly see, this one was cut for a complete different application, but it's totally fine. Because to marinate it, it's super simple. We're gonna be using some pre-made char siu sauce. You can get this available in any Asian supermarket. Once it's fully coated, let it marinate overnight. But if you don't have the time, 1 hour can be good enough. I had some extra pork belly, so we're going to be using this one for some crunch. As the next step is to go ahead and take it outside and cook it. And for that, I'm going to be using my RecTech Dual Fire Smoker. Now this smoker is unlike any other smoker I have, and that's because of 2 reasons. As you can clearly see, after adding my pork belly in here, it's cooking nice and gentle. But it doesn't only have 1 chamber, it has 2, meaning I can cook my pork belly on one at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and on the other chamber I can just be searing some steaks. As far as I know, it is the only pellet smoker that can cook 2 things at 2 different temperatures. I'm telling you friends, this grill is awesome. And after about 1 hour of cooking the pork belly, take a look at my char siu. It is perfection, exactly what I was looking for. All I did was chop it up in small little tiny pieces. And the one that I was looking for crunch, oh, this one turned out even better. Nothing is burned, we got it to puff up really nicely, and just listen to the crunch. Now that is what I'm talking about. And to add it to the cup noodle, I did something quite interesting. We threw down some char siu sauce right on a bowl, coated the lip of the cup really nicely, and immediately dumped into the chicharrones. I also had some birria leftover meat, which I'm going to be using for this one. So into the bottom of the cup it went. To cook the noodle, I started with a good amount of bone broth. Once it was simmering, I threw in the noodles, followed by a little bit of fresh carrots and green onions. Once the noodles were fully cooked, I threw in some extra char siu pork in there. To plate it up, throw in the noodles, followed by that delicious broth. Add some more of that topping that was left from the broth, 1 fried egg, some crispy chicharrones on top, and some jalapeno slices. Now this one will turn some heads, because even though the picanha one was delicious, I think this one might be even better. I cannot wait for you guys to see the reaction when we try it, because we're not done yet. We still got 1 more to go, and this one is for all the seafood lovers out there, and it is quite simple to make. Let me show you. We're going to be using some shrimp and bacon. First, start by cooking up the bacon. Once it started getting a little bit of color, throw in the shrimp. Season it real good with a good amount of salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. Stir it until everything is fully cooked. Once that's done, swap out the pans and heat up some chicken broth. We're going to be using this to cook up the noodles. Bring everything to a simmer, get a shrimp instant noodle cup, open it up, and throw the chicken broth in there and close it up. After about 2 minutes, the noodle is fully cooked. But we're not done yet. we're gonna be making a carbonara out of it. So into a bowl I threw in some egg yolks, followed by Parmigiano Reggiano, some black pepper, and mixed everything well. Then to smooth out the sauce, add a little bit of chicken broth in there. Mix everything well and stir it really quickly. Now add the noodles into the shrimp, followed by that mixture that was just made. Mix everything well and combine these ingredients together, because once you're done, you should have a super creamy, juicy noodle. And we all know this is gonna be real delicious. To finish it up, all of the noodles go right inside, followed by a very generous amount of shrimp. Then add some bacon bits right on top, a good amount of Parmesan cheese, followed by parsley. To finish it up, a tiny bit of chili flakes. Now this is our take on shrimp carbonara cup noodle. And I'll tell you one thing, I cannot wait to try this one. But don't forget, we also have the other two as well. And I cannot wait to find out which one is gonna be best.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful ramens. What do you guys think, huh?
That looks a lot better than what I used to do.
So here's the deal. Wow. All of this stuff is leftovers. Everything is just leftovers that I had over for videos and other things.
I can't believe that's leftovers.
This looks impressive. If you wouldn't have told me that it was leftovers, I would have not guessed.
Very good. So this, I'm just basically trying to upgrade the noodles because we all had this, right?
Me and Angel lived off of that.
So here we have a little bit of seafood combination. Perfect for this guy. And this one we got a little bit of char siu, chicharron, and birria.
Damn.
And this one is one of my favorite things, which is Peruvian, like lomo saltado style.
Oh, I'm ready for that one.
And let me just ask you guys for forgiveness already, because these skewers are wagyu picanha.
Forgiveness. Wow. It's okay.
I had leftover, all right?
I'm not gonna get too angry about that, bro.
But you can use whatever steak you had left over, okay? So, Mr. Leonardo, your first pick.
All right, we're going with the shrimp first.
All right.
I knew it. I hate this man.
Bro, this is not instant cup noodle no more. This is something else.
It's about to be real special right now, I'm telling you. I'm so excited. Enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wow.
Dude, I don't even like shrimp.
Let me shake your hand. This, sir, is fantastic. Taking a bite just puts a smile on my face. I mean, it tastes like happiness. That's what I'll say. You get the shrimp flavor. The noodles are nice and moist. There's so much creaminess from the sauce, so much flavor. I mean, this is the first thing we tried, and I'm already blown away.
Dude, like I said, I don't even like shrimp. Like, I don't like shrimp.
You like this one?
I don't like most seafood. But this is awesome. Like, I literally went for a second bite and everything. It's good.
But now, pick your second, Angel. I think I have a feeling where he's going.
Lomo saltado, let's get it.
I knew it.
He was gonna pick the beef.
I know, of course. Okay, enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow!
Bro, that is not fair.
The contrast between one and the other is just phenomenal, everybody.
The flavor is so bold and in your face. I've never had noodles this damn flavorful.
Yes, and it's also extremely coated, each individual noodle, everybody. It's amazing. What do you think?
The word you guys haven't used, which I'm surprised you guys haven't said this, it is extremely rich.
10 out of 10. We'll highly recommend. Give it a go, everybody. You're not gonna regret it. Ready for the next one? Now, I only have one egg here.
You have to take the egg.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Can I please have the egg? Because I'd be nice.
Hold on, I see a char siu. I'm trying to get that one.
Wait, there's char siu in here? Oh, hell no. I gotta get me a char siu.
Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Come on, that's not even fair, bro.
That is also very good.
None of these are fair.
This is just totally illegal, everybody. That's how delicious this is.
If your goal was to upgrade simple ramen noodles, well, mission accomplished, Guga, because this is everything we've tried is fantastic.
Absolutely phenomenal. What do you think, Angel?
These are all individually amazing. Like, there's not a single miss here. Like, all of these hit right on the money.
And they're also different from each other, too. That's what I like the most, you know? So delicious in their own right, and
I agree.
It's
I hope
absolutely
phenomenal. I mean, any one of them I'll pay over 15 bucks for, no problem.
I would say the boldest flavors, though, definitely came from the middle.
So your favorite is the middle one?
Hell yeah, bro.
I agree with Angel.
Goes to show you, everybody, a little bit goes a long way. I hope this gives you guys some idea and inspiration to go make your own. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, you should have subscribed. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Jalapenos, everybody loves them. Come on now. Even if you don't like spicy food, they are amazing, especially if you do something very creative with them. Today I'm gonna show you the best jalapeno side dishes that I've made that goes well with almost anything, even beyond steaks. The very first one is very delicious, very easy to make. It just takes you a little bit of time, and if you have a smoker, you can jump onto a nail level with jalapeno. But enough talking, let's watch it.
Everything starts off with some sausages. You can choose any one you like. I'm using Argentinian chorizo. After removing it from the casing, I heated up a pan with a little bit of avocado oil and threw them in there. You want to really cook them all the way through. And if you get crispy bits, it's just a plus on my book. As you can see, once I was done, my sausage was fully cooked. The next thing to do is a cheese mix. And if you have a food processor, it just makes the job a lot easier. So into it, I threw in a good amount of cheddar cheese. Blend everything on high so that I can really chop things up. Once done, I added a good amount of cream cheese. Blend it once again until everything combines and becomes a paste, just like this. Now this will be our cheese filling. And of course, we can't forget about the jalapenos. So the first thing to do is to remove the top, just like this. Cut it open, remove all of the seeds, and don't forget the white part. That is bitter. You definitely don't want that. To put it together, it's real simple. First, spread that cheese mix we just made, followed by the sausage. Now making it in this order is perfect because the cheese makes it stick. Once done, wrap the whole thing in bacon. Take a look once everything was finished. I'm telling you friends, this is as easy as it gets. Now for even more flavor, I went ahead and added Guga's barbecue rub. This rub is on the description down below for you. You can make it at home, it's super easy. So once everything was fully covered, outside I went to my smoker. Now I set my smoker to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Threw them in there, closed it up, and let them cook for a total of 30 minutes. As once I was done, I took them out, and look, they are fully cooked right now. Right now they are just amazing, but I wanted to take over the top. And for that, I'm using this rib glaze from Cosmo. Now this takes the whole thing to a whole new level. The more glaze, the better. I mean, take a look at it. Is there any way that this is not gonna be delicious? I don't think so. Man, I wish you could try this right now. It is just mouth-watering.
Oh, I rest my case.
Oh my God.
That is amazing, everybody. Angel is even eating the greens, everybody. That lets you know that this thing is very flavorful without actually producing that bitterness from the green, like green peppers. Whenever you eat green pepper, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Not that great. Jalapeno, for some reason, the spiciness tones down, and when you add the barbecue sauce right on the top together with barbecue rub, it's just a winner chicken dinner, everybody. And here's the deal. If you don't want to put sausages, make a flavorful ground beef. It will work just perfect. Now, the very next one, honestly, if you guys are making any type of party, it's the perfect appetizer, side dish, call it whatever you want, because it's an incredible smoked dip, which you can do it indoors. And pairing this thing up with some steaks, man, it just makes me hungry thinking about it.
And to make it, it's super easy, and here's how. Into a cast iron skillet, I threw in a good amount of smoked Gouda, followed by Velveeta cheese, a good amount of Kobe Jack, diced jalapenos, minced red onions, cream of mushroom, some roasted tomatoes, and seasoned it with Guga's rub. Now that is how easy it is to put this together. As now, you just gotta throw it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake it for 15 minutes. Once the time is up, take it out and stir everything together. I'm telling you, this cheese dip is real easy. Once everything has been completely mixed, throw it back in the oven for an additional 5 minutes, take it out, and it's ready to be enjoyed. For that, I like to use some crackers. Now I'll tell you one thing, this is delicious already. It tastes fantastic, but I think we can make it even better. And here's how. I threw it right now. You gotta be careful with this one. It is way too good.
Oh my God, come on.
That's a 10 out of 10 we'll recommend, everybody. Another tip that you can have is use smoked salt. It gives an incredible flavor. The very next one, I actually wanted to trick my nephew into eating a chicken nugget, but I didn't do such a good job of covering the whole thing. This one is very delicious, easy to make, extremely popular for kids. I mean, we're talking about my nephew. He don't like to eat anything green.
These are cheesy bacon gooey jalapeno bites. And to make them, it is ridiculously easy, and here's how. Now, everything starts off with jalapenos. You can use the green one or the red one, whichever one you choose. The first thing to do is to slide off the cap and remove all of the seeds. You can do that with a paring knife quite easily. Tap it on the board and it should easily come out. And here's what the filling looks like once we're done. And to make it, the first thing to do is to cook up some bacon. What we're trying to do here is to render the fat nice and slow and cook it until golden brown. Once done, go ahead and strain all of the fat, as in the end you should be left with this, bacon bits, perfectly cooked and ready to go into our stuffing. Talking about that, remember exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below for you. Into a food processor I added some cheddar cheese, followed by the bacon we just cooked, and of course cream cheese. Add a little bit of garlic powder and blend everything on high. In the end you should be left with this. Notice that all of the pieces of bacon are completely processed. That is exactly what you're looking for. Adding it to a Ziploc bag or a vacuum bag will make your job a lot easier, because now all you have to do is cut out the tip and start piping all of the jalapenos. Once done, you want to cut them into small little slices like this. The only thing left to do now is to deep fry them. For that, I'm using the traditional method. First, they go into flour, followed by egg wash, and in the end, panko breadcrumbs. I deep fried all of them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until they were golden brown. I'll tell you one thing, these are delicious. They are just too good to pass on.
That's freaking delicious.
Is it spicy?
I don't got any spice.
The guy that hates green stuff?
I like it. It's good.
You like it? Come on now, if the green stuff hater tells you that it's good, what do you think, everybody? One of the tips that I can give you is that you can make this ahead of time and wrap them up in clinch plastic and put it on your refrigerator overnight. That way you can get everything else you want to get ready. Now the very next dish, if you want to make a fancy one for your loved ones or a special event, this is the one to do it, because the presentation is beautiful and it pairs up nicely with some potatoes. Enough talking, and let's watch this fancy jalapeno side dish.
The first thing to do is to peel some potatoes. Then you want to slice them up about a 1/4 inch thick. That's important so that they can cook evenly. Then I lube them up with a good quality olive oil. I season them with salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and a little bit of smoked paprika. Just like steaks, I made sure to do both sides. Then I transferred them onto a baking tray, and into the oven they went at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And that is great because it allows us time to make the filling. And to make it, it's even easier, and here's how. I started by cutting up some jalapenos. Notice that I'm leaving the seeds behind. We don't want it too hot, trust me. We have plenty of that already with the compound butters. So into a food processor I threw in the jalapenos and processed everything fine. Then I added cream cheese, followed by cheddar cheese and a good amount of garlic powder. As always, remember exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below for you. Because once you have blended everything, if you want a nice presentation, add it to a piping bag. If you don't have one, you can just use a Ziploc bag, as it's all about the presentation. Talking about that, by this time they were fully cooked. Check it out. This is what I was looking for. A perfect thick potato chip. Now all there's left to do is to pipe up some of that filling right on top. Then I placed some small slices of jalapeno right on top, sprinkled some flaky salt followed by smoked paprika, and finished it off with a good quality olive oil. And this is today's side dish. Is it good? You better believe it. And you saw how easy it is to make.
That just hits different. The creaminess, you feel that creaminess?
Yeah.
This paste that I made here together with the potato is incredible.
There's no spiciness over here at all.
No.
It's just the taste from the pepper.
So a fun fact on this one, it was made for a specific reason. I wanted to cut down the spiciness because I made something called a scorpion steak, and boy, that one put me through the roof with spiciness. For some reason, me and spiciness, we don't get along. I don't like it. I like food that tastes good. I don't like it when I'm dying of heat. That was the perfect side dish to go along with it. Gotta be honest, this is my daughter's favorite thing to eat. It is stupidly easy to make and it pairs up with anything.
The first thing we need to start off is some chives, and your Mexican street corn is done. This, my friends, tastes absolutely incredible, and I really hope you give this one a try.
How do you describe this one?
If you could think about like the Mexican flavors of like the spices and all that, maybe even like kind of, I would say like even like a Bloody Mary-ish type of thing, like the rim. It's like that, but with corn.
I cannot recommend this one enough and how easy it is to make. If you want to make it extra special and even more extra spicy, what you can do is before you basting it with the mayo, blend the mayo and some jalapenos together. It's going to be even more incredible. Now the next one, well, I'll be honest with you. I had leftovers in my house. I don't like to throw food away. I don't know if you guys are the same way as I am, but I always like to repurpose everything. This was one of of those cases, I actually reused some chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Check it out.
I had some leftover jalapenos on my refrigerator, so I went ahead and chopped it up. I don't like to let anything go to waste. Then some of the mozzarella sticks my kids did not eat for lunch. I went ahead and chopped that up too. I tried to combine them both together just like this. Then I cut an opening right in the middle of the chicken nugget and stuffed the whole thing in there. Check it out when I was done. We got a good amount in there. Then I had some leftover Takis. I went ahead and threw everything in the food processor and processed on high. I'll be treating these as breadcrumbs. For deep frying, as you already know, we gotta go through the 3-stage process. First the flour, then the egg wash, and then some crunchy Takis. Remember, they're already fully cooked, so I'm just basically trying to fry up the Takis a little bit. My oil was at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and once I was done, this is what I was left with. Remember, these chicken nuggets were going to be thrown away, but that is something I cannot do. Now the big question is, how is it going to taste?
Cheers, everybody. Oh, come on. That's amazing.
It's not even hot, it's just the flavor of the jalapeno on top of the chicken nuggets.
Exactly. Oh, if I see this in a McDonald's menu and we don't get paid for it,
You can sue them.
You know, I'm
Hey,
pissed.
intellectual property right here.
Now, one of the things that I should have made with this side dish is a little dipping sauce, everybody, because as you're taking bites, it can become a little bit dry because of the crust. And you can even use barbecue sauce. Mix whatever barbecue sauce you want together with mayo with a little bit of grated ginger and garlic, and it's gonna be fantastic. That's how easy it is. But these are my jalapeno side dish. Let me know which one you guys like best, and if you wanna see all of the best top potato dishes, that one we might just make it next if that's what you wanna see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in any of the equipment I use, everything is always in the description down below for you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, all the links for every single video will be down there as well. Go check them out, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
This one is gonna be smoky. I started by grating some cheese. I'm actually using Swiss cheese, but you can use any type of cheese you like. Just try to avoid any strong cheese like Parmesan. Mozzarella cheese will work, mustard cheese will work, and many other different types. Once that was done, I got a bowl. I threw in a little bit of flavored cream cheese, followed by the one I just grated, a little bit of sour cream, and finished it off with Guga's rub. Remember, exact amount and ingredients always on the description down below for you. Now all there's left to do is to mix it well, and your filling is done. I like to put it in a vacuum bag or Ziploc bag so that we can pipe it all out into our awesome side dish. Talking about that, this will be the base for it. I'm using kielbasa sausage, but you can actually use any type you like. Just make sure that they are fully cooked already. The next thing to do is to cut them 1 inch thick. As you can see, by the time I was done, this is what they look like. The next ingredient is going to be bacon. I highly recommend you using the center cut bacon, and the only reason is because it gives you a lot more meat. Now the next thing to do is pretty straightforward. Using the sausage as base, start rolling them. To secure everything together, just use the toothpick. Some people like to take the casing of the kielbasa off, but it's really up to you. I like to leave the casing on because it gives a nice crunch. But as you can see, by the time I was done, this is what they look like. It is almost like shot glasses. And just like any shot glasses, we need the filling. That is why adding it to the bag is perfect, because check this out. They go in nice and easy. One thing that you gotta keep in mind is do not overfill it, because as the bacon fat renders, everything will shrink down a little. By the time I was done, this is what it looks like. Now you can be as creative as you like with this recipe. It is all up to you. The only thing left to do is to smoke them so that we can cook the bacon all the way through. And for that, I'm going to be using my Camp Chef smoker.
Now we got the side dish. You ready for the side dish?
Go for the side dish, man.
All right, so this one is kind of a little bit different. It's so smoky. It's like extra smoky.
I'm gonna cut it in half.
You're gonna have...
That's a big bite.
Cheers, Angel. Oh, no. It tried to run away from me. That's tasty, everybody. Oh, man. Oh, I enjoy that. That's nice. What do you think, Angel? It's creamy. It's extremely smoky.
Black garlic mashed potatoes. And to make it, here's what I did. Into a food processor, I threw in 2 black garlic, followed by melted butter and a little bit of roasted bell peppers. Blended on high, and in the end I was left with this. Black garlic compound butter. Throw it in some steaks and it's gonna turn out fantastic. But hey, we're gonna be making some mashed potatoes with it. So after boiling my potatoes in salted water, I went ahead and mashed them up. Threw in my black garlic compound butter in there and mixed everything well. As now it was time to add in some cream cheese, followed by some milk. I mixed everything well and combined those ingredients ingredients together. As once that was done, I throw everything into a baking dish. Now that was really easy. However, I did not like how it looks on top, so I wanted to go ahead and make a nice crust. Into a pan, I threw in some butter and let it melt. Once that was done, I went in with some breadcrumbs, mixed everything well to incorporate with butter, and threw it right on top of the mashed potato. I spread everything evenly and made some dimples into it. Take a look. Again, this is an experiment as well. I have no idea if it's gonna turn out good or bad, but we're gonna let you know real shortly, as the only thing left to do was to throw it in the oven and get a nice little crust. And in the end, I was left with this. Now, is it gonna be good? Well, we're gonna find out real shortly. Put it down in the comments below and let me know right now if you think it's gonna turn out good or bad.
All right, let's try that. This is a little weird though.
What is this?
I know, right? It's a little glue. It's mashed potato.
What?
Yeah, but it's a funny mashed potato.
That doesn't look like mashed potato.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't test it for salt or seasoning, but we're gonna find out right now. You ready?
Let's do this.
All right, let's see. Cheers, everyone. That's delicious. I'll tell you that right now. What do you think, Mama?
If you like mashed potatoes, but you're tired of the same old mashed potatoes over and over,
Yeah.
do whatever he did over there.
Even though it's a little red and then some black spots inside.
Doesn't matter. Tastes amazing.
Tastes really, really nice. That's all I can say about that.
This one is guaranteed to please everyone. And to make it, it is super easy, and here's how. The first thing to do is to make a flavorful filling. So into a bowl, I threw in some ground beef, to be specific 80-20, followed by some chives, white sweet onions, grated garlic, 1 whole egg, a little bit of breadcrumbs. Then I seasoned it with salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper. Mixed everything together until everything was fully combined. And as always, exact amount and ingredients always on the description down below for you. And that is my filling. It does not get any easier than that. Now we need to turn this into a log, and to do that I used some clinch plastic. So into the refrigerator it went so it can firm up. Then I got some puff pastry. Right on top of it I placed my filling and started to close everything up. To close up the other end, I just added a little bit of egg wash. If you have too much extra dough in the end, just cut it off. As now, to make things nice and tight, I laid down some clinch plastic once again, rolled everything nice and tight, and into the refrigerator it went so that it can firm up once again. Because after about 1 hour, I took it out and started to slice in small appetizer bites. Leaving the clinch plastic on makes the job a lot easier, because once I was done, take a look. Everything is nice and neat, almost looking like a sushi roll. The next step was to remove the clinch plastic from it, put it on a baking sheet with parchment paper, then I applied egg wash. I did this for 2 reasons. It's gonna give a nice golden brown color in the end result, and most importantly, it allows my sesame seeds to stick. Because once I was done, take a look. This is one of my kids' favorite appetizers to eat, because the only thing left to do now is to throw it in the oven in the bake settings for 45 minutes. As in the end, you are left with this, the perfect hamburger appetizer. But as you know, a hamburger needs a sauce, so I went ahead and made my nephew's favorite one. Into a bowl, I combined some mayo, followed by ketchup, a little bit of mustard, followed by Worcestershire sauce, and a pinch of sriracha. Mix everything well and this sauce is done. It does not get any easier than that, and it's perfect to go along with those appetizers.
All right, let's give it a try, and we're gonna give you guys an honest opinion, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like
The
this.
sauce.
If you say this tastes bad, you are not human. You're like an alien from a different world. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Chef John that gave me an inspiration to make this. Chef John, shout out to you.
I wasn't expecting it to be a puff pastry. I thought it was gonna be like I don't know, just like a ring of bread, but then you bite into it and it just starts crumbling in your mouth. You get that beefiness. That sauce is so creamy, like my God, that is perfect, Guga, chef's kiss.
Try this first, and
Yeah,
I
let's
want to
go.
know your opinion. Tell me how you like it.
Grab it with the hand.
Just grab it with your hand and then just bite on it and let me know. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Wow,
So easy to make
man,
and so good.
that's a whole mini meal in your hand.
Exactly. It's like a little hamburger or a meal, like you said. I mean, this is amazing.
I can see this being served on like a fancy party for real.
Yeah, no, for real. It's a hefty appetizer, you know what I mean?
It's gonna fill you up before you can tell.
Exactly. And as you saw it, super cheap to make. You don't have to use the duck fat if you don't want to. Use any other regular fat. Obviously, the duck fat's gonna give you something extra, but highly recommend. On today's video, I'm gonna share with you how I was able to make an incredible Detroit-style pizza without using any special equipment. And I'll be honest with you, Neapolitan-style pizza is the king of all pizza. But this one is in a whole other level, everybody. Enough talking, and here's how I like to make it.
The first and most important thing we gotta make is the dough. Into a container, you want to throw in 560 grams of bread flour, followed by 14 grams of salt and 7 grams of yeast. Now mix everything well and combine those ingredients and set it aside. Into a separate bowl, combine 470 grams of warm water, followed by 16 grams of extra virgin olive oil. Lastly, throw all of that mix together with the dry one. And all you have to do is to stir everything around until you have no longer any flour left on the bottom. This literally takes about 30 seconds. In the end, take a look. You don't need to do anything else because now all we need is time. So you want to cover it up and put it in a slight warm environment. My oven can go as little as 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So I can put it in there and leave it for 30 minutes so that the yeast can do its job. Because after about 30 minutes, grab another bowl full of lukewarm water and we're going to do something that is called stretch and fold. The key here is to fold the dough into itself 4 times. Because once you've performed 4 folds, cover it up and put it back in the oven for an additional 30 minutes. You want to repeat these steps about 4 to 6 times. Once you've completed the process, uncover it and take a look at the dough. You will notice it's full of air. That's because all of the steps were done properly. Take a look. This thing is full of bubbles. That's what you want. Everything is alive and the dough is now ready for the next step. You see, I have these pens available to me. This will give the traditional Detroit shape style. And it's great because it also comes with this tool so that you can pick it up when it's hot. The next step is quite important, and that is to lubricate the pan with a good amount of olive oil. When I say a good amount, I mean it. Then the next step is to make sure I dump the dough just like this. Notice that the bottom became the top, and that is the most important step. Now slowly you want to stretch out the dough as much as possible. But at this current time, you can see a lot of bubbles forming. The last thing we want is to lose all of those bubbles. So make sure to stretch it but not poke any. Once it's nicely stretched, you want to go ahead and add even more olive oil right on top. Be generous with it, as the end result is to basically deep fry this pizza in olive oil. Trust me on this one, everybody. It's going to make a fantastic pizza. But once that's done, you want to cover it up and let it rise for 1 hour in a warm environment once again. As once the time is up, this is now ready to become pizza. But let me show you 2 different styles of pizza that are just out of this world and it will please everyone in your family. If you're making pizza, you want to cook it in 2 stages. For the first 13 minutes, just add a little bit of cheese on top and let it par bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 13 minutes. Once that time is up, go ahead and remove it and add your additional toppings. For this one, I went ahead and added a good amount of tomato sauce, putting it the traditional way that they do it for Detroit style. 3 strips of sauce just like this. Then I went ahead and added some pepperoni. To finish it up, a tiny bit more of mozzarella cheese right on top and bake it for the remaining 13 minutes. Once the time is up, you want to immediately remove it from the mold. If not, the pizza will not be crispy. Putting on a cooling rack like this is the key, because to finish it off, I added a good amount of hot honey right on top, followed by some parsley. Now this is a pizza that will please everyone in your family. The best part is the crispy edges. To you it might look burned, but trust me when I tell you, it is not. This is actually desirable. After cutting it up, you can clearly see the big bubbles that were formed. This is how you know everything went right. But we're not done yet, because I wanted to show you one that it's even better than this one. After doing the same exact process as the previous one, I went ahead and added even more cheese right on top, followed by a generous amount of pre-cooked bacon, some super thin slices of white onions. The tomato sauce is a must. Then I baked it until it was fully baked, immediately removed it from the pan, and as it was cooling off, I added some slices of steaks right on top. Then I added a delicious creamy white sauce, followed by some balsamic glaze. And to finish it up to be healthy, I added some parsley. Now this is a steak pizza that will be memorable for the rest of your life. It is one of the best pizzas you can ever have. Don't believe me? Well, let me show you right now.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful pizza, gentlemen. What do you guys think? Why are you smiling so hard?
Bro, this looks amazing. On all the other channels, I've eaten duck, chicken, dick. Damn, bro.
And he liked it.
What the f? All I'm trying to say is the pizzas look amazing.
Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. So as you guys can clearly see, we have 2 different toppings, all right? For the steak lovers of the house. And then we have also a nice pepperoni pizza here. It's all about the crust, no matter what, okay? Because toppings, everybody, you can put whatever you want on your toppings, all right? That's the great thing about this pizza. And most importantly, I use nothing to make this pizza dough. Not big machine, no fancy, nothing. I use my hands and water. That's pretty much it.
That's actually impressive.
I know, and the bubbles that come out of it is quite impressive. So now we're gonna taste both, and you guys let me know which one you like best. I highly recommend grabbing the edge.
Yeah?
Yes, because of the crispiness. Go for it. I mean, take a look at it. Can you see the bubbles? Look at the bubbles. That's what you want. You want some nice, big, fat, chubby bubbles.
This thing looks like a sponge.
Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh man.
Wow.
I rest my case, everybody. That's a 10 out of 10. We'll highly recommend. Do it at home right now. Are you all right?
This is amazing. This is a pizza that'll put Pizza Hut out of business.
Oh,
Let me
no,
tell you.
100%.
The outside is so crispy and crunchy, but the inside is so fluffy and airy. And that honey kind of like, because of the heat, it almost caramelized a little bit.
Yep.
So it adds another layer of crunch that makes it so flavorful and amazing.
Damn, you look like you're crying.
Bro, this thing is good.
This is a pizza that Vito would be proud of. The amount of little bubbles.
Yeah.
Like, it literally looks like a sponge. This is crazy.
And I don't know if you guys got to hear it when we took a bite, everybody. Listen to one more time. That crunchiness is on another level. That is a fantastic pizza. If you like pepperoni, you're gonna love it even more. We are steak lovers. I wanna try this. Can we try this?
Yes, sir. That pizza was delicious, but this pizza looks incredible.
Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Forget about this one, man.
I might start crying marinara
That
sauce this
steak.
time.
That is on a whole nother level, everybody. I don't know. Why does the steak make everything better? You don't even want to talk, Leo.
I'm busy eating, Guga.
I don't know what's going on, but it's obvious that the star here right now is the dough. The dough is the king right now.
And the topping is perfect to go along with it. The steak, everybody.
No, the toppings are awesome. This one specifically, but the dough is just insane. Like, it's hard to like not stop and look at it.
You still have that same crunchiness that we had on the previous one. You can taste the layers more. Since everything is so pressed together, you really get a more flavorful bite. Plus, I mean, I love pepperoni, but you know, steak is steak. You can't beat the steak.
I'm glad you said that because the big difference is that this one has more sauce on the top, so it kind of compressed the bubbles down a little bit.
Out of these two pizzas, I think I prefer this last one we just tried.
I'm gonna be a little bit different today, because if I'm judging off of the dough, I like the first one more because it's so fluffy and it
Not
feels
so
like
dense as this one.
it feels so light.
This one here, I would pay probably about $20 to $30 for it. And this one here, I will pay no problem, 60 to 65 bucks. That's how good it is. Obviously, there's more
steak.
expensive ingredients and stuff like that. This is something special. I highly recommend you giving it a try at home. It is not difficult to make. You don't need special ingredients. You do need a nice, beautiful steak. And don't forget, all of my products now exclusively available at your local Walmart. Let me show you the exact locations you can find it in every store. It's going to be right here. They call this area As Seen on TV or Trending Now. We got the one-of-a-kind burger press. You can't find this griddle anywhere because it can be used in any surface. And let's not forget about the marinating kit. And if you want to keep your grill nice and clean, I got you covered. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
There's one burger that stands out from the rest. That would be the smash burger. By far, it is considered by many the best burger in the world. And I agree. However, today I think we're about to change everything. We're gonna make chicken parm smash burger. Will it be as good as beef or even better? Well, let's find out. And the first thing we need is meat. In order for this to be a fair comparison, we're going to be making both. I'll be using 80-20 beef and ground chicken that you can find on your supermarket. Super simple. Once the balls were done, the meats are now ready. Now for the sauces, it's going to be different. My traditional smash burger sauce has mayo, ketchup, mustard, and Worcestershire sauce. Mix everything well and that's it. It's that simple. For the chicken parm, it's completely different. First, you want to get some tomatoes. San Marzanos are really good. Now into a pan, throw in some oil, followed by shallots and garlic. Mix everything well and cook until everything becomes translucent. And into a separate bowl, throw in all of the tomatoes and add in the mix that was just made. Followed by some fresh basil. The fresher you get, the better. Then add a good amount of olive oil, followed by salt. Now mix that really good and the sauce is ready. But hold up, because we're not done yet. We're gonna need this, Parmigiano Reggiano, a good amount. Another cheese that we must have is fresh mozzarella. It must be fresh. Trust me, it will be better. To cook a traditional smash burger, you first want to smash it down really good. Once done, add some seasoning. Salt, pepper is good enough. As soon as you see a little bit of the juices flowing to the top, flip it and add in some American cheese right on top. Cover the whole thing up, toast your buns really good, add that beautiful sauce that was made, followed by the meat, and of course the top bun. Nice and simple, unlike the chicken parm one because we gotta put in some work. First, toast your buns. But now, you want to throw some Parmesan cheese right on the griddle and let it cook so that it can become a cracker. This takes no time at all. Just make sure to let it rest so that it can harden up. Once that's done, you want to go ahead and smash your chicken balls. Same exact way the beef was made. Make sure to season it properly, only salt and pepper. As soon as it started getting a little bit of color, it's time to flip, then add some of that tomato sauce we just made, followed by the fresh mozzarella. Cover the whole thing up so that it can melt, and now we build. First the toasted bun, followed by the chicken parm. Of course, we can't forget the Parmesan cracker, a tiny bit of more sauce, followed by the top bun. Now that is a chicken parm smash burger. Which one is gonna be better? Well, let's find out right now.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful burgers. What do you guys think, gentlemen?
I think the burgers are great, but the shirts are a little bit better today, huh?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Can we talk about the shirt? What do you think, Leo?
I agree. I like this.
I love this message right here, baby.
It has such a profound meaning, you know what I'm saying?
Not what you're thinking, though.
No, man, we're talking about burgers, bro. We're talking about burgers.
Yeah,
burgers.
Flashy burger, everybody.
What did you guys think we were talking about? Get your head out the gutter.
All sizes available. It is a fun shirt for you to wear. Get it now in the description down below, everybody. And if you love burgers, this is the one. But it's all about these burgers. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
So we got a nice, beautiful Guga burger right here so that we can compare with this one. So you know when sometimes you have a sleep and then you have a dream and then you wake up, you go like, will that actually work? That's what happened on today's video, everybody.
Oh, man.
So I love chicken parm. We did a chicken video on my main channel, Guga Foods, and our favorite was the chicken parm. So I present to you the chicken parm smash burger.
Damn. I'll tell you what, guys. You gotta respect the dedication. Google's over here dreaming of video ideas.
Absolutely, everybody. I dream that. I don't dream about, cars. No. I dream about food, baby. Enough talking about it for comparison. Let's see which one is better. Grab your burger. Let's go. Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Bro, the sauce on these smash burgers, it's the perfect sauce.
Yeah, because it's your sauce. How does it taste, Leo?
It's an absolute beautiful blend of beef, cheese, bun, and that sauce adds a little bit of tang that balances everything out in just the right way. I mean,
Is it good?
it's damn good.
There's a lot of things you can do with burgers, everybody, but there's something about simplicity, and you're gonna thank me later. Enough. We all love it. This burger is phenomenal. But now, can we try this?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited. In my head, this tastes real good, everybody. But I don't know.
I'll take this one.
Why you wanna take the thumbnail one, bro?
It's gonna look real good in my belly. I'll tell you that right now.
I give you the chicken parm smash burger. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I rest my case. Yo, that's
Damn.
good. That is amazing, everybody. That's what I like to say. 10 out of 10. We'll highly recommend. That is so good.
What the hell?
What? You don't even want to talk, Leo. You're just eating it.
I'm blown away.
That is so good, everybody. I think one of the best things you can do with chicken. What do you think?
The little cheese thing on the top, it's like a crispy type of thing going on, but there's no breading on the actual chicken.
No, not at all.
So it kind of like gives you that feeling like it's a fried chicken.
Exactly, but there's no fry at all. It's all about that
Damn.
crispy cheese. It is phenomenal, everybody. I don't know how else I can say it.
Wait, it's got mozzarella too?
Fresh mozzarella.
This is the best chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life. The crispiness of the cheese, because it's so thin, it's ultra crispy. I don't even know if there's something past crispy, but that texture is to die for. One of the things I like the most is since the chicken isn't fried, it's super juicy.
It's so juicy that the bottom bun gets a little bit soggy.
Yeah.
That's how juicy it is, everybody. This is amazing,
Wait.
everybody.
Wait.
No, don't do that. That's not right, everybody. One has 1,000 more calories than the other. Which one did you like more?
Damn, that's like asking to choose between your two children.
Very true.
This is
Which
hard.
children is better?
This one. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna say the chicken parm. Hey Dad, you picking favorites now?
just because it's so different
Yeah.
and so new, today I'll say the chicken parm.
Me as well, everybody. I can't believe the chicken parm smash burger is better than the real burger. And I think it's because of two things. We eat the other one quite often. We know what to expect. But when you take a bite of this one, it's so surprising. It's so delicious. I highly recommend you giving it a try.
It's unique. I have never seen anyone do this.
That's because my dreams, bro. Sometimes my dreams work, other times, not so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Don't forget to get your shirts. Everything will be down there. Thank you so much for your support. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Today, I'm going to outdo the Hut. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I love Pizza Hut, especially the stuffed crust pizza. But I want to do something no one has ever done before. But first, research. Let's go get a pizza. Wow. Brings back so many memories. I mean, you already know what this tastes like. Absolute heaven, everybody, especially if you grew up eating it. Nowadays, I still enjoy it, but I have grown to like something better, and that would be the Neapolitan style pizza. But today I'm about to do something that might piss off the Italians, because I am making a Neapolitan style pizza, just like I learned with my friend Vito, with a steak stuffed crust. So I'm gonna head back to the studio. I'm gonna use this one to compare and see which one is gonna come out better. I have high hopes, I really do. By the way, I have high hopes that I'm gonna win.
Now the first and most important thing is the pizza dough. And for that, I'm using the recipe that I learned from my Italian friend Vito. I have a full video on how to make it, and it is the best pizza dough in the planet. The next thing we're gonna need is the sauce. Use the best tomatoes you can find, because you wanna go ahead and throw them in a bowl, followed by some basil leaves, a generous amount of olive oil, then you wanna crush them up and taste it for seasoning. Add salt little by little, make sure not to add too much, because that's the pizza sauce. Now my biggest worry is that I have no idea how the meat is gonna behave inside of the crust. So first we're gonna do a test, and for that I'll be using ground beef. So once the dough was fully opened, I went ahead and added ground beef to the edges. Not too much, about just an inch in diameter. Once that was done, I went ahead and closed the whole thing up, added a generous amount of tomato sauce, followed by some fresh mozzarella, and into the oven it goes. The thing with this pizza is that you gotta cook it nice and slow. You don't want to cook it in 60 seconds. You want to make sure that that meat is fully cooked. And in the end, check it out. I believe that this is the world's first meat-stuffed Neapolitan style pizza pie. So even though this was just a test, it seemed to be working perfectly. The meat cooked all the way through, and I was pleased with these results. So next up, we're gonna take up a notch. And for that, I'll be using this. Oh yes, a beautiful Australian Wagyu marbling score 8-9 and 2 filet mignons, which you can see they are nicely marbled. First thing to do is to get them seasoned. I added a generous amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Once they were fully seasoned, outside we went to get a nice char flavor. So I immediately put it on a high heat and started to get a sear. You gotta remember one thing, I'm not trying to cook the steak. All I'm trying to do is to get a nice crust here, and a little bit of char as well. And once I was done with the crust, I went ahead and sliced it up. And the steak came out perfect. Still nicely rare, because remember, we're gonna cook these twice. So I went ahead and chopped everything up and made it into small pieces. Then I added that to a bowl, followed by a generous amount of mozzarella cheese and cream cheese. Mix that up real good, and that will be my filling. Come on now. Because check it out in the next step. I just piped that up to the edges. Made sure to put a generous amount. Closed the whole thing up. Then I went ahead and added some mozzarella cheese in the middle, and it was ready to be cooked. I cooked it the same exact way as I did the previous one. As once it was fully cooked, check it out. The world's first Wagyu stuffed crust pizza. Now that is a mouthful. And I have a feeling this might be the best pizza I ever had in my life. Because now that everything is ready, we're going to be comparing it with the Pizza Hut as well. So now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
All right, everybody, and here we have some pizza, gentlemen. What do you guys think, huh?
Yeah, I see that. That's why I'm wondering, why do we have these?
Just to make it formal, no other reason. So here's the deal, I got a little experiment going on. What do you guys think? How do they look?
Everything looks good.
I mean, normally when we have an experiment with pizza, there's some steaks or something on the pizza. I don't see anything though.
Don't worry, there's steaks there. It's actually on the crust.
What?
So you know, Pizza Hut has cheese on the crust, right? I have steak on the crust. Now I want to know if this is a good idea or a bad one, but there's no way that sounds bad. Does that sound bad?
No, that's a good idea.
That sounds like a really good idea,
That's a
okay?
good idea.
It's just so Guga it hurts. You
Yes,
replace
100%.
the cheese with steak.
And we're gonna compare, because this one right here is ground beef and this one here is actually steak. I wanna know which one is actually worth it. So we have a true comparison. This is straight up from Pizza Hut.
This is some of the best Pizza Hut pizza I've seen in a while. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pristine.
Let's try to remember the taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I gotta tell you, I don't mind Pizza Hut.
Nothing wrong with that.
That is good.
Is it good?
It's, you know, it's what I expect from Pizza Hut, you know? This is like, every time it's always the same, so.
Super cheesy. It has a nice buttery flavor on the crust. That filling of cheese inside the crust, I mean, it's so good. I think Pizza Hut has the best stuffed crust. Well, I mean, I haven't tried yours, but I think Pizza Hut has the best stuffed crust out of any of the other brands. The only thing I don't like about this pizza is that it does sit heavy.
It's very greasy. So, you know, we love the Neapolitan style pizza because it's nice and light. You can actually eat a lot more, everybody. So let's give that try to this one. Give me your honest opinion. Dig in.
Man, look, it looks like a little meatball right there in the corner.
I want to know what it tastes like. I want to know if you guys like better or not. And you know what I mean? I also love the little bubbles inside. Okay, enough talking. Let's give this a go. You guys ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm waiting on you.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bro, I don't mind that at all, everybody.
Bro, forget Pizza Hut, bro. This is so much better.
Wow, wow, wow.
That is so different.
You know, one of my worries when I was doing it, I thought it wasn't gonna cook it all the way through, and it did. What do you guys think? I wanna know your opinion. Talk to me.
I prefer this pizza so much more. The char that it has on the bottom, plus you have those nice gooey cheese, that little tartness from the tomato sauce on top too, helps balance the flavors out. And you really get a strong meat flavor in the crust. It's actually freaking fantastic.
You know what it reminds me of? Having a meatball sandwich.
I think pizza is pizza, obviously, but whenever you do anything, homemade almost always tastes better than store-bought. And this is like apparent right now. Like this tastes like 10 times better than Pizza Hut. It's fresh, made by us. This is amazing.
And it's also so light and fluffy that you can really eat the whole pizza and not feel as gross after you have one slice of a Pizza Hut.
And it's not marinara. It's an actual tomato, you know?
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that one. Okay, now I'm gonna try this one here. Now this one's gonna be a little bit more extra special. I wanna know your honest opinion on this crust. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, there's a difference.
That is so much better.
Yo,
That is amazing.
pizzerias all over the world should be doing this, everybody. Damn.
It's like a cheese, but it's creamy on this crust.
You have that strong meat flavor in it, but it's also, like Angel said, like there's a creamier thing in there. It has more flavor. It has an additional texture as well. The pizza, I will say, is also perfectly cooked. Like the crust and the char, the little crispiness of the exterior is so different than what you have on Pizza Hut. It sounds weird, but this pizza tastes soggy compared to this.
Yeah.
This one just feels fresh, and it's like crunchy on the outside, where that one is kind of just like, you gotta just bite through.
I take everything back that I said about this pizza over here, everybody. Make this one right here, okay? Now, obviously, I did use very high quality steak here. I'm not gonna lie. But I think also, even if you do a regular, inexpensive steak, it's gonna be phenomenal because I combined it with cream cheese in there. That thing is so delicious. It's in a whole nother level. And most importantly, once you master the art of making pizza, you can start experimenting like this, everybody, because that is amazing. These are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
On today's video, I'm gonna show you a burger that I've never seen before. It absolutely blew my mind. But even though it looked fantastic, does it taste as good as it looks? Well, we're about to find out, because this is how it was made. Everything starts off as a regular burger. And for this specific burger, if you want to give it a try, I highly recommend weighing your balls. Just aim it for about 2.5 ounces each. And another thing you definitely want to do is make sure you make plenty. The more balls, the better. The next thing we want to do is to make a regular smash burger. And here's the deal. If you've never made a smash burger before, it's quite simple. You want to make sure that you get your griddle extremely hot. If not, you're already doing it wrong. Then place a parchment paper on top and immediately smash. Then you want to quickly season it with salt and pepper. And as soon as juices starts coming on the top, you know it's time to flip. As soon as you have done that, immediately put in some American cheese. Cover it up so that it can melt. Place one patty on top of the other. Obviously, don't forget to toast your buns, because to build it's pretty simple. Place both patties right on top of the toasted bun, followed by the top with a good amount of burger sauce. Now that is as simple as it gets, and it is delicious. But to make this crazy burger, we're gonna have to take it up a notch. So I went ahead and made a bunch of these burgers, exactly the same, as now we gotta use our special ingredient, and that would be this cornflake cereal. You gotta make sure that this one is unsweetened, because trust me, you don't want a sweet burger. The next thing to do is to go ahead and prepare the batter. And for that, I highly recommend using this. It's a tempura batter that comes all ready for you. You just want to follow the instructions in the bag, mix that up real good, and to add some color, I went ahead and added some turmeric. Mix that up real good, and there we have it. Now the next step is pretty straightforward. You gotta get your hamburgers fully cooked, then dunk it in the tempura batter, followed by the corn flakes. Make sure to add a generous amount. You really want them to stick nicely to the burger. As once done, take a look. They are now ready to be fried. Talking about that, you want to do something that is called a flash fry. For that, I set the oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, everything is fully cooked, even the cereal, so don't do it for too long. If not, you're gonna burn it. Once you got a nice beautiful golden brown color, it's done. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. Is this gonna be a good burger, or is this a heart attack on a bun? Well, I can tell you one thing, friends. I cannot wait to find out if this is actually better than the burger that changed my life. Because now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
Before the tasting, I want to give you guys a quick reminder that all of my products are now available at Walmart. We got the Burger Smasher, the one-of-a-kind griddle, the marinating container, and the grill brush to keep your grill nice and clean. All products are exclusively available at every Walmart, also at walmart.com. But enough talking, now the taste test. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful burgers, gentlemen. What do you guys think, huh?
That's a burger?
Yeah, that's a burger. What kind of reaction is that?
It doesn't look like a burger. It looked like something.
Oh, I'm sorry, Guga. I didn't know that burgers look like this now.
Yeah, man, it's a nice crusty burger. I mean, take a look at this crust.
This is a burger.
Yes.
That is an experiment.
No.
Straight up.
You're right about that. That's for sure.
So what this is just this and then deep fried with cornflakes. Come on now, tell me that don't sound good.
It doesn't
It
sound
sounds
bad.
good, but it sounds super unhealthy.
Oh, you're gonna have a burger and you want it to be healthy?
I mean, it's.
Are you serious?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I want to know honest opinion if it's better than this one here or not. So for that reason, we'll begin here. Dig in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I still love it.
That sauce is so good.
There's no reason for you to mess this up, everybody. This is so easy to make, so delicious. Go to. Leo's just laughing.
I'm laughing because you say, it's so perfect, don't mess it up, and then what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? But to your point, this is an absolutely amazing burger, guys. The crispy edges, the cheese, the sauce, the soft, perfectly toasted buns. I mean, there is not a damn thing wrong about this burger.
There's something to be said about smash burgers. I mean, that's the whole reason you went off and made some tools just to make more. Having that thin patty with that crust is just too good.
I had this before. We all had it. We still love it. Like there's no tomorrow, but I cannot wait for that. Can we try that?
I think I can wait for that.
You can wait for that? You're not excited to try it?
Ooh, it looks weird. What is that?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't smell bad at all.
This is very crispy.
Very crispy. You hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear it. A burger normally don't sound like that, everybody. Doesn't sound like that, okay? I'm just worried about if it's gonna cut the roof of my mouth. So this is one of those burgers that we like to say, proceed with caution. With that being said, give me your honest opinion on this one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wow.
Yo, that's amazing.
Oh my God, that's good.
That is amazing, everybody.
I'm going for another bite.
Wow.
It's a mouthful of crunch. As soon as you start, it's just...
That's a 10 out of 10. We'll highly recommend. Don't show this video to your doctor.
At all.
It's totally fine. You shouldn't do it all the time, but you should do it at least once. You gotta experience this here. I'm telling you. What do you think?
It's freaking delicious,
I know.
is what I think. The outside is so crispy, so crunchy, but the inside is so juicy and cheesy and flavorful. I mean, I'm so blown away by the amount of flavor and texture that this has. It's crazy.
What I like is that the bread actually smushes while you bite, so there's a little bit of softness. And then you still have that crunch right on the outside layer, so it's like soft but crunchy, and then right on the inside you got the gooey cheese.
So good. This is so unique that I'm gonna say it. I don't care what you guys said, but it's actually better than this burger here because it's so different, everybody. Yeah. You shouldn't have it every day. It's obvious, but if you want to experience something new, I highly recommend you give this a try. It's fantastic, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
I don't care how unhealthy this is. I think I'm about to finish this whole thing.
There is so delicious. Besides steaks, perfectly cooked juicy steaks, burgers are my favorite food in the world. In its most simplest form, it is delicious. My favorite type of burger has to be the smash burger. It has everything you want: a nice crust, juicy, flavorful, and honestly perfect. So the thought of making it even better is insane. If we do not experiment, new foods are never going to be created. That's why today I'm taking smash burgers to a whole nother level. And here's how it all happened.
Everything starts off with the right blend of meat. This is 80-20 beef, 60% brisket, and the rest is chuck. It makes a very flavorful burger. In order to do this experiment correctly, you must weight all your balls. To make them perfect, you're looking for 3-ounce balls. Once it's measured, you want to go ahead and ball them up just like that. In order to keep everything consistent and to see which one is going to be better, everything will be exactly the same except the marinade. As for the bread, I'm going to be using this, Guga's buns. There will be a link on the description down below if you like to make them at home. But if you're not up to it, I totally understand, because the next thing you have to try it at home, and it will be this green crazy marinade. It is vibrant, full of flavor, and we're going to be marinating our balls in here. This one has a Mexican flair. That's why I'll be using all of these ingredients, because to make it, it's quite simple. All you have to do is to throw everything into the blender, starting with cilantro, followed by parsley, green tomatillos, scallions, garlic, white onions, avocado, serrano chili, salt, cumin, oregano, lime juice, white vinegar, and black pepper. Now you want to blend everything on high, as in the end you are left with an incredible marinade. Believe me when I tell you, this is so good that you might just want to use it for many other things. But for today, we're going to be infusing this flavor into the burger. Now I don't want it to be extremely overpowering. I want it to go nice deeply into the meat, but not too much. And for that, I'm going to be using my marinating containers. They will do the job quickly. It literally marinates meat 4 times faster. So after adding a good layer on the bottom, I went ahead and added all of my balls, followed by that generous amount of that green marinade. I made sure to cover all of them. You don't have to fill it up all the way to the top, because once you cover them up, you want to close everything nice and tight, as this marinating container comes with this, a hand pump. You just got to put it down on the valve and give it a few pumps. And that's all there is to it, because the next one is this one. As you can clearly see, not only the color is very different, but it's a little bit more spicy. We're going to bring it up a notch, as I'll be combining all of these ingredients into this marinade. And here's how I did it. Into a skillet, you first want to add in some oil. Then you want to throw in some shallots, garlic, ginger, lime leaves, and red chili. The goal here is to bring up some flavor into them and to cook some burgers. So let's do it.
Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, me. Yep, you heard that right. After years of development, testing, and tuning, I now have my very own cooking products available exclusively at Walmart. And trust me guys, you've never seen anything like this. Check this out, the world's first 3-in-1 burger smasher. 3 different patty thicknesses with just one device. Use only the burger press for an ultra smash burger, or slap on the adjustable ring that locks into place for the juiciest burger you ever had. Plus, I also included some parchment paper as well to get you started. Moving on to my ultimate griddle kit. It has everything you need to cook with confidence, including a 10-inch cast iron griddle, which will last you a lifetime, and it will store everywhere. Not to mention that it comes with 2 spatulas, a detachable grill handle to make sure that you never get your hands burned, and a locking mechanism where you can attach it to any grill. That's something you've never seen on a griddle. We also have my vacuum seal marinating kit, and if you want to keep your grill clean, you gotta have a grill brush. Guys, each and every one of these these products was designed by me with the intention of delivering top quality products that are worth your money. A lot of work went into these and I know you'll love them. So please check them out at your local Walmart or at walmart.com. Thank you for your ongoing support. It's what makes everything possible to make these videos. But now, let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful burgers, gentlemen. What do you guys think, huh?
It's a good day.
I know you like burger videos, Leo.
Anytime it's a burger in front of me, I'm like, let's go.
And also our favorite kind of burger, smash burger, as you guys can see. So here's the deal. This is a 100% experiment, okay? I have no idea if this is gonna be good or bad because I've never heard about anyone doing anything like this.
At this point, I'm used to you saying that.
But you know what, Angel? I still get scared. No matter how many times I hear it, I don't know what to expect.
Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
This is a fresh burger.
That works really good, everybody. That works phenomenal.
I have to put that down. If not, I'll demolish the whole thing in one bite.
I already ate half. I took one bite.
Dude,
That is
same.
fantastic. The cheesiness, the bread, the beef, and it's like a little bit sweet. There's something different about this burger. It's not as savory and as salty as we're accustomed to, but it tastes amazing.
I feel like it's got a little bit of pizzazz in it, you know? It's fresh. It's like a little bit like flavor of like herbs, you know?
This guy talking about herbs and he don't like no green?
I like thyme.
Damn. You only like time when it's basted with his filet mignon.
Well, a lot of butter.
Goddamn right.
This is a delicious burger. I enjoy it quite well, but I'm curious to find out what you guys are going to think about the next ones.
All right,
you
then,
ready?
let's do it then.
Let's dig in. Enough talking. Let's give this one a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh.
Damn, that's a flavor bomb right
Wow.
there. Damn, that's a flavor bomb right there.
Wow!
This is really good.
This is phenomenal.
It tastes like so cheesy, right? I smell the cheese, I taste the cheese more. It's very gooey, very runny.
A little spicy.
Little bit, not too much though.
That's a beautiful, flavorful spice. And again, there's something interesting about these burgers. It's not as like salt, pepper, savory as I'm used to. There's so many added flavors.
What are you talking about, Leo? It's not salt, pepper, garlic powder?
No, hell no, not on these burgers.
No, it's definitely not. It's an enjoyable spice. It's not too much where it's gonna make you go crazy.
It's like more flavor than actual spice.
Yeah.
It adds another element to make this burger even more delicious. It's dynamic, it's in your face. This is beautiful, Guga. I can't wait to see what you did to these burgers because so far everything we've tried is great.
I feel like I just want to keep biting this one. And like we all said, it's nice. You can feel it. Extra flavor, but mild.
Yeah.
Not
very
overpowering. It still tastes like a wonderful and delicious burger, everybody. That's amazing. I cannot wait for the last one. You ready? I think you're going to be really excited for the last one. And of course, I want to know which one is going to taste better of all of these burgers.
I know this is wrong, but I'm most excited about this burger because it looks like American cheese, which is like, I love that. I love American cheese on a burger.
How to make Leo happy. American cheese.
American cheese.
That's all it takes.
Enough talking then. Let's give it a try and make this kid real happy. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, I immediately know that is bulgogi, baby.
Yes, bulgogi.
It tastes like bulgogi.
That like Korean flavor plus the savory saltiness of this American cheese, the beef, the caramelization of the patty. Oh my, this is a heavenly burger.
Tell him, Leo.
It looks like a regular smash burger, everybody, but the flavor is all inside. That's crazy. I want to know which one you guys like best.
This is tough to pick
what's
a
your
winner.
What's your favorite one?
Hands down, it's got to be the Korean one.
How you guys already knew that was Korean? You can tell immediately, everybody. That's the deal with this one. Immediately. Which one's your favorite?
It's gotta be the Korean one, bro.
I
The
agree,
flavor just
everybody.
goes all the way through.
110%. The Korean one won today. This works so well, everybody. I highly recommend you giving it a try. You're not gonna regret it. It's really, really delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you are interested in any of my products, go get yours on Walmart right now. You can also order at walmart.com. The links will be on the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. This is the only burger I think I'm gonna finish.